Welcome back to the next episode of DP5RTV Signons and Signoffs. Alright guys, today's episode is gonna be on Cavite. And welcome to Calabarzon. And this is the first episode of the Lenten special of DP5RTV Signons and Signoffs. Let's just move on to the intro song, shall we? Hey everybody, I'm your host, the voice of the DP5RTV. Today's episode is gonna be Cavite, and today is gonna be the first episode of the Lenten special of DP5RTV Signons and Signoffs. Let's write the station notice now, shall we? Guys, did you all know that Kawayan and Cavite are behind? Cavite is behind Kawayan, so channel 57 is Kawayan and channel 56 is Cavite. Okay, let's write the station notice now, shall we? Let's go. 3, 2, 1. No, so we're not gonna add a date right here. Okay, let's go. Okay, let's go. Okay, to be fair. Friends. Bro. Idiot. Dash 2000. I don't know what. 15. Okay, 2015. REN. I'm not gonna say the REN from now on because I said from the last episode I said the REN when I'm just reading is station notice of channel 57 Kawayan from the last episode, so I'm not gonna read the REN right now. 2021. Guys, did you know that the province of Cavite and the city of Cavite are the same names? That's so confusing. I'm not gonna add that one. 3588889. And Engineer Ronnie B. Sagat, I'm and also Jason T. Palma too. I only had two first class radio operators right now. Paghilom! Paghilom mo dara! Hoy, inyuhan ang imagination do! I don't know what's going on though. Paghilom mo dara sa imuhan ang damgo! Da! And last one, Esteban Senor 96-1 bro 1 IVA-38881. Okay, I'm done. Before I read the station notice, let's move on to the Wikipedia geography now, shall we? Alright, let's talk about the geography of Cavite, shall we? Cavite. Officially, the province of Cavite, or in Tagalog translated as Lalawigan ng Cavite, or in Chapacano translated as Provincia de Cavite, is a province of the Philippines located in the Calabarzon region in Luzon, located on the southern shores of Manila Bay and southwest of Manila. It is one of the most industrialized and fastest growing provinces in the Philippines. As of 2020, it has a population of 4,344,000. No, not this one, not this province. Cavite City. Cavite City, you know what I mean. Not the Cavite province, it's just a city. Okay, let's go. Cavite City, officially the city of Cavite, or in Filipino translated as Lungsod ng Cavite, or in Spanish and Chavacano translated as Ciudad de Cavite, is a second-class component city in the Philippines. According to the 2020 census, it has a population of 100,674 people. The city was the capital of Cavite province from its establishment in 1614 until 1954, when it was transferred to the newly created city of Tres Martires, which is the newest city in the Philippines, near the center of the province. It was started as a small port town of Cavite Puerto that prospered during the early Spanish colonial period, when it became the main seaport of Manila. It hosted the Manila-Acapulco galleon trade, and the port was used for other heavy and larger sea-bound ships. Thereafter, San Roque and La Caridad, two formerly independent towns of Cavite province, were later added to form one municipality. The present larger Cavite city now includes the communities of San Antonio, including Canyacao and Sangli Point, the southern districts of Santa Cruz and Dalahican, and the outlying islands of the province, including the historic Corregidor Island. For the etymology of Cavite is, the city has been known by at least two Tagalog names, the first one being Tangway, which was the name given to the area by Tagalog settlers. Tangway simply means peninsula. The second is Kawit or Hook, referring to the hook-shaped landform along the coast of Bacoor Bay, and from with the Chinese Kate and Spanish Cavite are derived. The early history is the early inhabitants of Cavite City were the Tagalogs, ruled by the Kampilan and the Bullhorn of a dato, the tribal form of government. According to folklore, the early settlers came from Borneo, or in Borneo, Malaysia, or in Borneo, in Indonesia, led by Gat Hinigyo and his wife Dayang Kaliwanag, who bore 7 children. archaeological evidence in the coastal areas show prehistoric settlements. For the Spanish colonial era, in that case, on May 16, 1571, the Spanish conquistador Miguel Lopez de Legazpi declared the region a royal encomienda or a royal land grant. Spanish colonizers settled in the most populated area of the place, present-day Cavite. They call it Cavite. Yeah, that's they would call it the Cavite with the Spanish conquistador Miguel Lopez de Legazpi. The whole time at the tip of the Cavite Peninsula across Bacoor Bay was referred to as Cavite La Puenta, which actually means point of Cavite or Cavite Point. Upon discovering that because of its deep waters, Cavite La Puenta was a suitable place for the repair and construction of Spanish ships and galleon, the Spanish moved their settlement there and called it Cavite Nuevo or New Cavite or plainly Cavite. While the first settlement was renamed Cavite Viejo in the early 20th century, regained its former name, Cavite. In 1582, the Spanish founded Cavite City with 65 Spanish households. In 1590, the Spaniards fortified Cavite Nuevo with a muralla, or high-stick curtain walls, on its western, northern, and eastern side, while the side from Tigbacoor Bay remained open. Fort Guadalupe, on the easternmost tip, was also built at the same time. And the town became the Puerto de Cavite or the Port of Cavite or Cavite Puerto. The Fort of San Felipe Neri and Portavaga Gate were constructed in 1585 and completed in 1602. Puerto Varga, or corrected to Porta Varga, was the port city's Barbican western and only principal entrance from San Roque. It was flanked by the western wall protected by two bastions at its north and southern end. The wall and gate were also separated from the mainland by a moat, which also made the town like an island. Cavite was originally founded as a town in 1614 with Thomas Salazar as the earliest known gobernadorcillo recorded. At the same time, the town became the capital of the new politico-military province of Cavite, established also in 1614. Like some other provinces during the Spanish era, the province adopted the name of its capital town, e.g. Bulacan or Bulacan, Tayabas na Quezon Province, Tarlac, Manila, the Province of Manila, Balayan Province, now Batangas, Taal, it's now Batangas, and the present Batangas. San Roque was founded in that case, San Roque was founded as a separate town in 1614. In 1663, during the Spanish evacuation of Ternate in Indonesia, the 200 families of Mexican, Filipino, Spanish, and Papuan Indonesian Portuguese descent who had ruled over the Christianized Sultanate of Ternate and included the Sultan who converted. They relocated to Ternate, Cavite, plus Ermita in Manila and San Roque in Cavite. The years 1636, 1654, 1670, and 1672 saw the deployment of 70, 89, 224, and 211 Latin American soldiers from Mexico at Cavite. San Roque was later placed under the civil administration of Cavite, Puerto, until it was granted a right to be a separate and independent municipality in 1720. La Caridad, formerly known as La Estanzuela of San Roque, separated and was founded as a town in 1868. The Spanish Governor General Jose de la Gardana granted the petition of the people led by Don Justo Miranda to make Barrio La Estanzuela an independent town. The city of churches. As the town was progressing, it also became a cosmopolitan town that attracted the different religious orders to set up churches, convents, and hospitals within the limited confines of the fortified town. The Franciscan Hospital de San Jose, or St. Joseph Hospital, was built for sailors and soldiers in 1591. The San Diego de Alcala, the convent in 1608, the Portavaga or La Ermita, Our Lady of Loreto or Jesus, San Juan de Dios or Saint John of God, Santo Domingo or the Dominicans, Santa Monica or the Recollects, and San Pedro, the Port's Parish Church. At most, the fortified town enclosed 8 churches, the historic columns of San Ildefonso, public buildings and residences, which have the needs of its population of native soldiers and workers at the born, tracings and passengers on board the galleon. It was also during those times when it was called Tierra de Maria Santissima, or the land of Most Holy Mary, became the popularity of the Marian devotion in this place. Plaza and parks were evidence of importance. Plaza de Armas was across from San Felipe Point, Plaza de San Pedro was across from the church, and Plaza Soledad was across from Puerto Varga. Plaza del Baro was at the bayside. Let's skip that from now. For the City Hall. At the Development Commonwealth, Assemblyman Manuel S. Rojas sponsored Commonwealth Act No. 547 elevating Cavite to a chartered city. Upon a babal into law on September 7, 1940, the executive function of the city was vested in the city mayor appointed by the President of the Philippine Commonwealth. The legislative body of the city of Cavite was vested on the municipal board, composed of 3 electives, 2 appointees, and 2 ex-officio councilors, the presiding officer of which is the city mayor. Let's skip that from now. Now for the geography. The city of Cavite. Okay. Let's talk about the geography now, shall we? The city of Cavite occupies most of the hook-shaped Cavite Peninsula that's just into Manila Bay. The peninsula is bounded by Bacoor Bay to the southeast. The peninsula ends at 2 tips, Sangli Point and Cavite Point. Caniaco Bay is the body of water formed between Sangli Point and Cavite Point. The latter was the location of the old historic port of Cavite. Both Bacoor and Caniaco Bays are inland bays of the larger Manila Bay. The city's only land border is the municipality of Noveleta in the south. For the climate is Cavite City has tropical and dry climate, or Köppen climate classification AW, with a pronounced dry season from December to April and quite a lengthy wet season from May to November that brings abundant rainfall into the city. For the subdivisions, the city proper is divided into 5 districts: Dalahican, Santa Cruz, Caridad. The city proper is divided into 5 districts: Dalahican, Santa Cruz, not to be confused with the municipality of Santa Cruz in Davao del Sur, Caridad, San Antonio, and San Roque. These districts are further subdivided into 8 zones and a total of 84 barangays. For the barangays, Cavite City is practically subdivided into 84 barangays. Each barangay consists of puros and some sitios. They are Barangay 1. I'm not gonna say the barangay numbers. Okay. Yeah. Okay, let's go. Hena Malvares, Hensi Terona, Henny Aguinaldo, and M. Trias, General E. Evangelista, Diego Sila, Capitan Kong, Manuel S. Rojas, or not to be confused with the Barbal Rojas President, Kanaway, Kingfisher A and B, Lawid, Lovebird, Aguila, Loro, Kilyawan, Martinez, not to be confused with our middle name, Kalapati, Maya or Pisces, not to be confused with the zodiac sign of Pisces. Some of them are Leo A, Gemini, Virgo, Scorpion, my zodiac sign, then Aquarius, Libra, Capricorn, Cancer, Sagittarius, Taurus, Lao or Aries, Lao A or Aries A. Midbin, Maya, Salay, Buwan, Lapu, Hasa, Sap A. Cadena de Amor A. Sabagita A. Jasmine, Guamamela, Rosal, Pinagbuklod A, B, C. Pinagpalang Maligaya, Kaularad A, Sinagtala pagkakaisa A and B, Nara A, Akasha A, Caballero, Kamagom, Ipil, Yakal A or Air Force, Yakal B or Navy, Pechay A, Ampalaya, Dabanos, Repolyo, Patola A, Sitaw, Natsugas, Talong Poblacion, Talong A Poblacion, Kangkong Poblacion, Kangkong A Poblacion, and Kangkong B Poblacion. Let's go back to the notes now, shall we? Alright guys, let's read the stationaries now, shall we? This is Channel 56 Cavite, a commercial VHF TV broadcast station owned and operated by DP5RTV Corporation, transmitting on a 50 kilowatt transmitting power with permit number BSD-0588-2015, valid until December 31, 2021. Channel 56 transmitter is located at Sunflower Street, Cavite City, Cavite. Channel 56 is operated by the following electronics and communications engineers, duly licensed by the Professional Regulation Commission and the National Telecommunications Commission. Engineer Ryan B. Vigil, ECE number 35889. Engineer Jason T. Palma, ECE number 46346. Engineer Ronnie B. Sagad, ECE number 46355. Michael D. Dela Cruz, 98-1 PNCR-21108. Harold E. Esteban Senor, 96-1 IVA-38881. This is Channel 56 Cavite, now signing on. Before we read the sign off notice, let's go back to the demographics now, shall we? Alright guys, for the demographics of Cavite City, let's talk about it, shall we? According to the 2020 census, it has a population of 100,674 people with a density of 9,200 inhabitants per square kilometer or 24,000 inhabitants per square mile. Now for the religions. According to the 2000 census data, Christianity is the most prevalent religion in Cavite City, where a majority of Caviteños practice Roman Catholicism. Other Christian religious groups in the city include including the Aglipayan Church, Iglesia Ni Cristo, Jehovah's Witnesses, UCCP, Jesus is Lord Church, the United Methodist Church, Presbyterian Churches, Baptist, and Bible Fundamental Churches. Seventh-day Adventist Church, Members Church of God International or Ang Dating Daan, the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints, and other UPC churches. A Muslim minority is also present in the city. For the next, Nuestra Señora de la Soledad de Porta Vaga. The Nuestra Señora de la Soledad de Porta Vaga, or the Our Lady of Solitude of Porta Vaga, is the patroness of Cavite City. She is revered by Catholics as the celestial guardian and protector of the entire province of Cavite since her arrival in Cavite Shore. The image of Our Lady of Porta Vaga is designated as a national cultural treasure by the National Museum. This is the oldest existing dated Marian painting in the Philippines. The image of the Virgin is painted on a canvas. The Virgin is depicted as a lady in mourning. Mary, garbed in black and white attire, seems to be on her knees as she contemplates the passion of her sons. Before her are the crown of thorns and the nails, instrument of Christ's passion. An inscription was found at the back of the painting. A 12 de Abril 1692 años Juan Oliva Puso estas which means the sacred image was placed here by Juan Oliva on April 12, 1692. This particular icon was used to bless the galleon plying between Cavite and Apulco or the Mexico or during formal sending of ceremonies. Thus, she was also called the patroness of the galleons. The image was originally enshrined at the Ermita de Porta Vaga, a small church located adjacent to the Porta Vaga gate of Cavite, Puerto, and was destroyed during the last World War. Congratulations, Cavite. We're proud of you. Really. The image is presently enshrined at the San Roque Parish Church, one of the 3 parishes in the city. The languages are Chabacano is a Spanish-influenced Creole language formerly spoken by a majority of the people living in the city of Cavite. Chabacano emerged sometime after the arrival of the first Spaniards and Mexicans in the late 16th century. During this period, the people that lived there, the military arsenal in Cavite City, to put themselves in contact with the Spaniards and Mexicans and began to incorporate in their own dialect many Spanish words, which then gave birth to the Creole. Majority of residents today speak Tagalog, which is the original language now. Today, Chabacano is generally considered to be dying with only a fraction of the people, mostly elderly, able to speak the language. According to the Philippine professor Alfredo B. Herman, who wrote a thesis on the grammar in Chabacano dialect. The present conditions no longer favor the disenrollment of the same one. There are many probable reasons for the diminishing of Chabacano, among these being the massive arrival of Tagalog-speaking migrants to the city of Cavite and intermarriage. One of the poets and Philippine writers, Jesus Balmori, expressed himself in Chabacano. He was a great admirer of the dialect and wrote several verses in it. Another admirer of this dialect was Don Jaime de Vera, the illustrious writer and famous Philippine historian, who feared more than all the probable extension of the Chabacano when he wrote the following prophetic line: I am afraid that the inevitable absorption of the Tagalog invasion on one side and the invasion of the English on the other hand will wipe out or extinguish this inherited Castilian language in existence with the last representatives in the following generation. Professor Gervasio Miranda, who also wrote a book in Chabacano, says his preference to the following theme: my only objective to write this book is to possibly conserve in writing from the Cebuano of Cavite for posterity, fearing the extinction of the dialect. Talk about the culture. The festivals and events. The city is home to the annual Cavite City Water Festival or Regatta, held on every 17th and 24th day of June. It is a festival religious celebration of the feast of Saint John the Baptist. Regatta started in 1996. It features the Paulan or Basayawan, or features a street party where celebrators dance under water sprinklers. Another celebration is the feast for the Our Lady of Solitaire of Porta Vaga, which is annually observed by local Catholics during every second Sunday of November. Other notable holidays include the observance of Julio Felipe's birthday on January 28. Felipe, who composed the Philippine national anthem or the Lupang Hinirang, was born and raised in Cavite City. That's true. The city's charter day, known locally simply Cavite City Day, which commemorates the signing of the city charter in 1940, is held every September 7. Now, the cuisine. The food in Cavite City is influenced by Spanish heritage combined with Filipino tradition. One popular native dish is pacalo or salted codfish. Oh, okay. Just during the Lenten season, or right now, or in the Holy Week. A variation of bibingka, locally known as bibingkang samala, can be also found in the city. This delicacy is made of gluten rice or malagkit, coconut milk, and sugar. For the infrastructure, the transportation is the only one connecting the Cavite City to the rest of the Luzon is the National Route 62, which begins at P. Burgos Avenue and Caridad District and continues towards Noveleta as the Manila-Cavite Road, not to be confused with Manila-Cavite Expressway. A proposal to construct an expressway from Cavite to Cavite City via Bacoor Bay has been raised to the Department of Public Works and Highways, or the DP5RTV. When realized, the expressway and serve as a link to Manila-Cavite Expressway or Cavitex. Cavite City has one airport, the newly Atenza Air Base, located at the Sunny Point. The airport is operated by the Philippine Air Force. It was formerly a U.S. naval base called Naval Station Sunny Point, until it was turned over to the Philippine government in 1971. There are proposals to convert the base into a civilian airport as a solution to the overcrowding of Ninoy Aquino International Airport, or in NAIA, or in Manila, in Manila. As of 2019, no active water-based public transportation services were based in Cavite City. Metro Star Ferry, which began operations in 2007, used to subdue from San Roque District to Pasay in Metro Manila. Oh, okay. Interesting, right? A new service from the Itamoros District of Manila to the nearby town of Noveleta to the south debuted in January 2018 and is currently the nearest water-based transport to the city. Now for the utilities is the water services are currently provided by Maynilad. Meanwhile, electric services are currently provided by Meralco. For the flag, I'm sorry about that. For the symbols, the flag of Cavite actually means the flag of the city was created by Mayor Timoteo O. Encarnacion Jr. and was adopted by the Sangguniang Panlungsod through Resolution number 95 to 081, dated September 6, 1995, in time for the 55th Cavite City Charter Day. The meaning, symbol, and significance of the flag components. Number 1. The true red stripe symbolizes the courage and bravery. The middle green strip symbolizes progress and advancement. The half sun is a twofold meaning. If the rising sun emits hope, dreams, and vision for progress. And if the setting sun stands for the sunset that can be seen in the city's western shores. The 5 yellow stars symbolize the 5 districts of Cavite City. The 3 sets of waves below the half sun in 3 colors of navy blue, light blue, and white. It signifies that Cavite City is a peninsula surrounded by water, while the 3 colors represent Canyacao Bay, Bacoor Bay, and Manila Bay. The seal is, the currency of the city was designated by Mayor Timoteo or Encarnacion Jr. It was adopted by the Sangguniang Panglunsod through Resolution Number 140-90 that approved by the local executive on September 7, 1990. On November 3, 1993, the National Historical Institute and the President through the Department of the Interior and Local Government issued a certificate of registration recognizing the new seal. The shield stands for bravery and fortitude. The colors red, white, and blue, not to be confused with the American flag, and yellow, not to be confused with the Philippine flag, stand for the loyalty of the people to its government. The inclusion of the race portrays the role of Cavite as one of the original provinces that rose up in armies against Spanish domination in 1896 in the Philippine Revolution. The white triangle inscribed within the shield with the letters KKK at the corners represents the part by the city in the organization of the Katipunan. Don the Ladislao Diwa of the city was one of the triumvirs who organized the patriotic group. Many Katipuneros came from the city. While within the white triangle are symbols representing various events. At the bottom of the triangle is a fort with figures 1872 symbolizing the Cavite Mutiny of 1872 at the Cavite Arsenal. At the background is the map of the city including the island of Corregidor, representing the role of the island in the city history. The obelisk at the left memorializes the 13 martyrs of Cavite who were executed by the Spaniards on September 12, 1896. The sheet music at the right symbolizes Julian Felipe, composer of the Philippine National Anthem, or the Lupang Hinirang, who was from the city. The fort symbol representing the royal fort of San Felipe and its role in the city and country's history being the place where the 13 martyrs of Cavite were detained and where the Cavite Mutiny of 1872 took place. The scroll on the upper, the scroll and the scroll on the uppermost portion of the triangle contains the city motto, Para Diyos y Patria, or for God and country, in Chabacano dialect to emphasize the native dialect of the city. And no education this time. No. This? Also. No, not this one. No, that's this one. And lastly, the green laurel leaf encircling the right and left portions of the KKK triangle symbolizes victories by reason. Let's go back to the notes now, shall we? Alright guys, let's read the sign of notice now. This is Channel 56 Cavite, a commercial VHF TV broadcast station owned and operated by DP5RTV Corporation, transmitting on a 50 kilowatt transmitting power with permit number BSD-0588-2015, valid until December 31, 2021. Channel 56 transmitters located at Sunflower Street, Cavite City, Cavite. Channel 56 is operated by the following electronics and communications engineers, duly licensed by the Professional Regulation Commission and the National Telecommunications Commission. Engineer Ryan B. Vigil. No Ryan B. Vigil right now, so I'm not gonna read it down now. Duly licensed by the Professional Regulation Commission and the National Telecommunications Commission. Engineer Jason T. Palma, ECA number 46346. Ryan B. Vigil is terminating right now on the station notice. Engineer Ronnie B. Sagad, ECA number 46355. Michael D. Dela Cruz, 98-1 PNCR-21108. And finally, Harold S. Esteban Sr., 96-1 IVA-38881. This is Channel 56 Cavite. now signing off. Alright guys, I think that's the end of the episode right now. I'm your host, the voice of the DP5RTV, and stay tuned. The city of Cebu. Now we're now on to the highly urbanized city in Central Visayas. Cebu is coming up next.